Certain stories show the heft of the human spirit, and one of these was about that North Dakota teenager, the youth who had his arms ripped off in a piece of farm machinery but refused to quit. And he's still fighting to regain the life he had, as CNN's Margaret Lowry reports.
Oh, it's almost out. Perfect timing.
New life on John Thompson's farm.
He's gonna try. Then he'll fall down. And it's hilarious watching him trying to walk.
A struggle that, in a way, mirrors his own, where the story of 18-year-old John Wayne Thompson of Hertzfield, North Dakota, is as surely one of personal courage as you will ever hear.
I didn't really think about dying. I just thought about not having arms and living my life like that. But it's not as bad as what I thought it'd be at all. I mean, I'm happy with the way I've come so far.
The way he's come so far is a long way indeed. It's just 3 months since his accident, when alone on the farm unloading barley, he slipped into the power shaft of a grain auger. It ripped his arms off.
I went to get up and I couldn't push myself up like this arm. And then I could see where arm was ripped off. And I looked back at this one and I noticed it then. And I had to scream for a couple of seconds.
And what was going through your mind the whole time?
Just getting in the house. How was I going to do it, actually?
No arms, bleeding, in shock. How do you open a door?
And I just bit on the doorknob and turned it with my head.
How do you call for help?
And I grabbed the pen out of the pen holder there. And then I held my teeth and I punched the number out.
Then waited in the bathtub so he wouldn't bleed on his mom's carpets.
After all he had been through and his struggle to get help and to get to the house. And yet he was concerned about his mother.
And worried about hurting the machine that took his arms. After all, augers cost money, and farming hasn't been kind to the Thompsons.
You didn't seem to be too worried about yourself, but you...
I never worry about myself.
Huh?
I never worry about myself.
Yeah.
If I make it, I make it. But
why do you think you made it?
I don't even know. This North Dakota kid.
A North Dakota kid and his dog, Tuffy, from Hertzfield, population 112. Not much, but more probably than when John's ancestors settled this remote countryside. Land is not their only legacy. John Thompson shows the spirit, the determination of past generations who homesteaded the Dakotas, fighting for survival in the face of adversity. They grow 'em tough here.
He's gone through the real tough times of farming and his knows what it is to struggle, and I think it probably has made him tougher, as it has many of us.
He's got a good sense of values. He's made the right stuff, let's put it that way.
On the cusp of manhood, his future is now uncertain. Maybe college, maybe an airline job. But singing is his real love. A vanity video at age 13.
This is the song of every man.
Last year at the Bowdoin High School Talent Show.
God is watching us. God is watching us from a distance.
And last year's prom.
Escorted by John Thompson.
Big in spell mode.
John is back in school now. He hopes to graduate with the rest of his class in May.
If you're in a bad mood, he could, say something or do something and you just start laughing and you change your whole day.
Whenever I feel down about things that don't go my way, I just think about John.
There's 10 kids in the senior class, so they were all concerned about him, and it was hard to get anything accomplished in class. We had to do, I guess, quite a bit of counseling.
A Minnesota company donated this voice-activated computer, a Boston company the software.
We should set this up.
Someone else must turn the page and help him eat. But don't use the word dependent. John bathes himself and tools around in a specially modified car.
To shift, I got a little lever I push in.
I never, ever in my wildest dreams.
The world's response overwhelms the Thompsons. Caps, books, videos, tapes, T-shirts from rock bands, sports teams, celebrities, and common folk alike. Veterans sent their medals from Vietnam, Saudi, thousands of letters and thousands of dollars, from a little girl's tooth fairy loot to a $10,000 personal check.
A little bit on that side.
Dr. Alan Van Beek and a team of surgeons reattached John's arms in a 6-hour operation in Minneapolis, where John was medevac the day of his accident. He faces more surgery. And while he didn't lose his arms, he struggles every day to regain use of them.
A little bit of triceps. You put your finger under there and you can feel it. The amount of physical therapy done is always dependent upon the patient. The amount of work, the amount of courage, and the amount of determination that they are willing to do. John seems to show all those things.
And people think that you're going to get pretty frustrated, but no, I'm not. Fight it all the way. Try to get back to normal. But I'm just happy that he got my arms back on.
Doctors say John could have feeling back in his hands within a year, but he may never have full use of them again.
What is your goal?
Just be able to grab things.
To grab things, John Wayne Thompson's dream now. And as Browning said, a man's reach should exceed his grasp, or what's a heaven for?
God is watching us from a distance.
Margaret Lowry, CNN, Herdsfield, North Dakota.
And coming up on NewsHour, the warships that make up the Black Sea Fleet have been bitterly contested by Russia and Ukraine. We'll tell you what a compromise was reached today.